So what are some of the stocks that are benefiting, right, from a rise in oil prices? Right? Over the past few months, we have seen a rapid rise in oil prices, even natural gas prices all around the world has been rising as well. And what are the stocks in the Singapore stock market that are actually benefiting from it? All right. Hey guys, Joey here, top tier 𝐬𝐿 and trader in Philips Securities. And in today's video, right, I'll share with you three stocks, right? Just three stocks listed in the Singapore Exchange that are kind of like benefiting from rising oil prices. And this is crude oil prices right over here, currently at about that $80. So we have risen slowly from like 50 to 60, 70, and now we are pretty much at a 7-year high, back to like 2015, 2016 level crude oil prices, just around that $80 level. And people are kind of like estimating that it might actually push towards the $100 level. All right, that's for crude oil. All right, and also for natural gas prices is also like rising to like multi-year high. Right, and the reason for this rise is because we are seeing strong demand for all the global economies recovering from the current situation that we're in right now, and also in terms of the supply wise, OPEC has kind of like reached a decision, all right, not to like increase supply by a huge amount. All right, so they're kind of like agreed to just a marginal increase in the monthly supply of crude oil, and that's why with strong demand and supply remaining low, that's why we're seeing a huge increase in oil prices over the past couple of months. So what is the sector that is benefiting from it, right? Basically the energy sector, the oil and gas sector, the natural gas sector, those to do with coal mining and all that. These are the sector that is pretty much in play right now, and there are several stocks that I'll look at today. So if you want to know what are the three stocks, right? What are the three stocks in the Singapore market that are kind of like benefiting from it? And we actually saw quite a few good bullish signals coming out of my system as well. So we'll dive into these three stocks, right? And find out what these three stocks are and how do you actually position yourself from them. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because I think you're going to like what I got for you. And we're also going to dive into the system to see what it says, all right, and how you can potentially position yourself to rack more upside, especially if we were to see further increase in oil prices and natural gas prices. These stocks will be the one that will benefit further. So guys, before we begin, I would appreciate if you can give me an early thumbs up. It would definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing this, right? And the first stock I would like to share with you would be this company called Geo Energy Resource, all right? Right over here, and it's currently trading about 0.355. So you can see that this stock has been in a very gentle uptrend since like about a year back, all right? Not really moving much, but very, very gentle, very slow, very gradual uptrend. Let me just go to draw what we call an upwards sloping channel support line right. You can see very, very gentle uptrend, I would say, but consolidating below that 0.2526 resistance level over the past 1 to 2 years, moving up slowly, forming higher lows. So that's a good sign of a very gentle uptrend, as we can see right over here. And also from the moving averages, right, you can see that the mid to long term trend is actually looking quite positive. It's quite bullish, right? But the thing is, over the past 1 to 2 weeks, we kind of broke that 2.5 to 2.6 resistance level right over here, and that's where the uptrend kind of like started quite fast, right, and started to push higher, went all the way to about 0.35 right here. Started to see a bit of profit taking, and we are pretty much back to some consolidation just above that 0.35 level right here. So it seems like over the past few days, we kind of like attempted to break that 3.5, and buyers are starting to come back to support this 0.35 level. So I think if you were to kind of like hold above, it's only like 2 or 3 days, but if you were to continue to hold above that 0.35 level, it would still be good. All right, it would still be good. Might actually push up slightly a bit more towards that like 40 cents resistance level. That would be a psychological resistance level before we might see a bit of profit taking, and then it's good that we see a bit of consolidation, right, from like 3.5 to 40 cents before an attempt to kind of like break and push even higher, right? So this is Geo Energy right here. And in fact, on my system, right, I actually have this system called 1GT, right, one good trend, whereby we actually had a few good bullish signals. Let me just go ahead and pull out this for you, and this is the 1GT system, basically a system that kind of like guides us on entry and exit, and so like alerts us to counters like this. So this is where we are, and we actually had a few bullish entry and exit signals over the past 1 year plus. You can see somewhere around here in November last year, got a bullish signal, started to go up. You can see it started to consolidate. So we had a few good bullish candle right here, a few good signals as well, started to push up. You can see very gentle uptrend with a few entry and exit signals, and the most recent one was right around here. Let me just zoom it in for you right here. on the 1st of September, right? 1st of September. So today is like the 8th of October, right? So this is about a month back, slightly more than a month back. We got a bullish signal just before it really started to rally. We got a bullish signal, and as I say, it was like consolidating below that 0.2526 resistance, but then we broke out just about last week and started to push up, and this is where we are right now. So as I say, right, we got like a new bullish signal. There are no exits still, so we might actually, as I say, push up to maybe to like 40 cents. Maybe we might see an exit, might consolidate again before we see like, you know, maybe another new bullish signal again. Right, so this is Joe Energy right here, the first stock that I would like to share with you. Okay, so the second stock in the energy sector that I would like to share with you would be this company here called REX, REX International, REX, REX International, currently trading at about 0.24, right? So same thing like, you know, Joe Energy, we are seeing a pretty decent uptrend, I would say, since like last year. Right over here you can see forming higher lows, and this is what we call an upward sloping channel support line. Alright, very gentle uptrend, but of course in the short term we did see a bit of consolidation, a bit of profit taking coming back down, but overall in the longer term it still looks quite okay, right? And also from the moving averages, look at this, the red and the blue line, 100 days and the 200 days moving average are both pointing up. All right, the red line above the blue line, so it's looking quite okay, looking quite positive in terms of the longer term uptrend. All right, but same thing, right? Over the past 1 to 2 weeks, right, we were actually consolidating below like 0.21 20 cents right here, and we kind of broke that level, and now we are pretty much heading back to the previous high we have seen somewhere in August, just about 2 months back. Now it seems like we're kind of like heading back towards the 0.25. Let me just go to draw some upside targets all the way right here. So from about 2.1 to about 0.25, I would say about a 15% upside, because guys, this is a bit of a penny stocks. I mean, less than 20-30 cents, just around there. So make sure you have a plan. All right, make sure you have a plan for it. But it's kind of like rebounded a bit. All right, and we are approaching this 0.25 resistance level. So right now there are kind of like a lot of sellers that are staging, right? They're kind of like selling at 0.25, which is normal, right? The fact that we have gone up by like 15 to like 17%, that's where people might want to take some profit as well, right? But the key here is this, right? We might actually consolidate just below 0.25, maybe a bit of support coming in, maybe about 0.22 to 23. We might actually consolidate here before an attempt, all right? And that's why you want to pay attention of, right? We might actually see an attempt to break this 0.25, right? 0.25 level, which is key for REX International. Right now, there are still a lot of sellers. You can go and take a look at the market there, but there are a lot of sellers at 0.25. But I think if that level were to really clear out, right, 255, 26, people start to just come in and just grab, that is where we can potentially see the next phase of the uptrend to potentially continue even further, all right, and all the way maybe back to like 0.3, all right, 30 cents. That could be the next upside target if that 25 cents level were to give way, right? So this is REX International on the chart. So let's take a look at the system, the 1GT system, same thing like Joe, and see if there are any bullish signals over the past few weeks and what does it say. Okay, so this is REX International on my 1GT, all right, one good trend system that I have that kind of like alerts us to counters whereby it looks pretty bullish, right? There could be a bit more upside and all that, right? So this is REX. You know, we had a couple of bullish entry and exit signals, like green arrow pointing up right here somewhere in February just this year. All right, started to push up, going to exit. A couple of bullish entry, exit, and an entry here, got to exit. This was quite good somewhere in July. We got an entry, an exit, and you can see right over here just before it sold down, we got an exit, and this is where we are right now. So let me just zoom it in for you again. Just about, I would say, 28th of September, just about 2 weeks back. Oh, sorry, just about one and a half week back right here, we got like a new bullish entry signal, green arrow pointing up. So started to push up, we broke that 2221 resistance level that I talked about, and we are pretty much heading back to that 0.25. So 0.25, as I say, was the previous resistance level. We are actually seeing some profit taking near that, which is normal, right? The fact that we have gone up by like more than 10-15%, people might want to take some profit as well. So we might actually see a bit of selling around here, and so far there are still no exits. So I think if we can actually break that 25, that 0.25 level, that is where I think this bullish signal, right, this recent bullish signal on the 28th of September might actually continue to play out further, right? It might play out further. We might actually push to like 30 cents, as I say, and we might actually see an exit over there, right? So it remains to be seen, right? But right now, we got like a bullish signal. There are still no exits, so let's see if we can actually break that 0.25 level to push higher, all right, over the next couple of days, or maybe the next 1 or 2 weeks. Okay guys, so this is the final stock I would like to share with you in the energy sector, and the name is called golden energy, right? Golden energy, right? And this is it right here, trading at about 0.44, right? So it kind of looks a bit more volatile, I would say. You can see it kind of like went up to a high of around 40 cents somewhere in August. July came back down, found a bit of support, and we can actually draw this, upward sloping channel support line right here. So same thing like, 𝐬𝐿 and REX, we are seeing, I would say, a very, very gentle uptrend in the mid to long term. But in the short term, it can be quite volatile, like pushing up and then coming down. But as it comes down, buyers are kind of like prepared to come in again to buy at slightly higher prices right here as well. Somewhere in September, buyers are starting to come back in, all right, to defend it, all right, and push prices back up. But more importantly, as I say, we are seeing some good bullish actions coming back over the past 1 to 2 weeks, especially with oil prices kind of like hitting like a new multi-year high. So we were actually consolidating. Let me just go to draw this line for you right here. We were actually consolidating below this resistance at about 0.35, right? But just about like last week, we broke this 0.35 resistance, right? So 35 resistance we kind of broke, and then we were pretty much back to the previous high we have seen in July, which is about like 40 cents, 41 cents right here. So it seems like over the past 1 to 2 days, we have broken, all right, this 0.41 or 40, let's keep it simple, 40 cents, right? 40 cents psychological level right here. In fact, we can kind of like turn this 40 cents resistance level as like a new support level. So this would be like a green line right here. I can turn this to green in color, would be like a new support level, 35 to maybe like 40 cents. That could be kind of like a new support, right, for the uptrend to actually continue towards the next higher phase right here, right? So this is golden energy, and over the past 2 to 3 days, it seems like we're still holding above, all right, this new support at 40 cents, right? So we are like what, 44 cents right now, all right? So the low over the past few days looks like 43, 42. You can see buyers starting to come back out. So as long as we were to maintain above this 40 cents new support level, I would say that this uptrend looks pretty alright, right? It looks quite good, right? You might actually push higher all the way back to that psychological 50 cents. Of course, 45 cents, 0.45 is where we are seeing a bit of profit taking over the past couple of days, which is normal. I mean, it's gone up by more than like 10-15%, and that's where people might want to take some profit as well. So we might actually consolidate from like 40 to 45, but eventually I think if we to break that 45, it might actually hit towards that 50 cents, right? 50 cents is a psychological level, and that's where I think we could actually see some heavy profit taking. So if you can't hit there, you can also think about taking some money off the table as well, right? So this is golden energy, right? The last, I would say, stock in the energy sector that is also kind of like benefiting from rising oil prices and natural gas prices around the world. And this is the stock that's pretty much in play right now. Same thing like REX and 𝐬𝐿 energy, right? So let's take a look at the system, right, to see what it says. I mean, are there any bullish signal? Let's dive into it right now. Okay, so this is golden energy, right, on the 1GT1 good trend system that I have that kind of like guides us on entry and exit. You can see this is a green bar right here, so we have like a trend bar that kind of like tells us the trend, whether it's strong or firm, and of course green would mean like an uptrend. So yeah, I would say somewhere around like May, April, we are seeing a gradual rise in prices, a very, very strong uptrend starting to form, and we got like a bullish signal somewhere in June. You can see that was where it started to rally, got an entry, an exit, and then we got like a new entry, started to push up from like 32 to all the way to like 40 cents. It got an exit just before it came all the way down, so we got like exit, came down, and we got like a new bullish signal in August, push up a bit, and yeah, this is where we are right now, right? So let me just zoom it in, same thing for you. This is where we are right now. Just about, I would say 28 September, right here, 28 September is when, right? So just about, I would say last Tuesday, right? So it's about last 2 days, last 1.5 weeks back, right here, we got like a new bullish signal, right? And as I mentioned, like, that was where we were actually trading below that 35 cents level, 0.35, which is a bit of a time resistance over the past 2 months. And of course, when we broke that 35 level, right, the 35 resistance, that is where, all right, this bullish signal really started to play out. We kind of like pump, all right, went up, and now we are somewhere around at 425. So as I say, this 40 cents, right, 40 cents would be like a new support level. So if we were to hold above 40 cents, I think it still looks quite okay, all right, and that's where this bullish signal might actually continue to play out further all the way to like maybe 48, 50 cents. And I don't know whether we might actually see an exit, but if we do, that's where it can guide us on like probably getting out, take some profit first, and maybe wait for like a new bullish signal to kind of guide us on entry again, right? So this is the 1GT signal right here, all right, one good trend basically on my 1GT system. And yeah, so far we have like a bullish signal. There are no exits, so yeah, one of those pretty good uptrending counter that has been pretty much in play over the past 1 to 2 weeks due to rising oil and gas prices. So yes guys, there we have it. I've pretty much just covered 3 stocks in the Singapore market to do with the energy sector. That is pretty much the sector in play right now. So previously we're looking at some of the recovery plays, the aviation sector, the banks and all that, but right now because of rising oil and gas prices, right, that's where we are seeing the play kind of like shifting to this sector, the energy sector, the oil and gas sector, the coal, the mining plays. These are the stocks which are seeing some strength over the past couple of weeks, and you can actually put the stocks in your watch list as well. Alright, so I hope you like this video guys. If you do like this video, go ahead to give me a thumbs up. It will definitely help out the channel. Of course guys, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, right? So if you want to find out a bit more on like the entire framework, the 1GT, the one good trend framework, and also how we use a system like I've shown you, right? We do actually have a couple of good bullish entry and exit signals. So you want to find out like how you can gain access to this system, or maybe how this whole entire system works. You can attend one of those free workshops which I'm still running for now. Alright, go ahead to click on the link just below this video to find out a bit more. Attend one of those free web class to learn a bit more on the framework and also how a system can help you. And I'm sure it will definitely help you if you are indeed trading the stock market, whether you're investing in it, you're a value investor, a fundamental investor, you're going for long-term, short-term. I think having a system is definitely helpful, all right, kind of like guide you on entry and exit, and also kind of like take the emotions out of trading, right? So I hope you like this video and you have taken note of these 3 stocks in the Singapore market to do with the energy sector. And thank you so much for watching. Joey here. I look forward to see you in the next video.